Mr. Nutty, can you lead us in the pledge, sir?
Me, please.
Can you lead us in the pledge,
Yes.
sir? Since you can't
Yep.
hear us?
Yes. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay. We'd like to welcome everyone, and we will begin with roll call.
Councilman Warner,
Here.
Councilwoman Barrett,
Present.
Councilman Williams Jr., Councilwoman Phillips,
Present.
Councilman Robb,
Present.
Councilman Gray,
Present.
Councilman Nutty.
Present.
Okay, we have the minutes of the February 1st, 2021 regular meeting. Is there any additions or corrections to that? There are no additions or corrections. We'll entertain a motion to approve.
Motion. Second.
We have a motion and a second. Roll call vote.
Councilwoman Barrett,
Yes.
Councilwoman Phillips,
Yes.
Councilman Robb,
Yes.
Councilman Gray,
Yes.
Councilman Nutty,
Yes.
Councilman Warner.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. We'll move on down to new business. Items A through D will have to be rescheduled. We had to cancel the public hearing tonight for the traffic flow downtown due to inclement weather. And we got it out on Friday early so we could put it in the newspaper, as we had to have it by Friday noon in the newspaper to reach it, because Saturday paper's only paper. They don't have a paper till Tuesday. So we got out early just in case. I'm glad we did, because we had some pretty bad weather last night. So items A through D will be moved to the March 1st meeting at the Miller Building. Move on down to item E. We can take E, F, G, and H all together if you would like.
Yes, please.
Yes, please.
I will read them. Item E is Resolution 2020-9. It is reimbursement for $150 to the garage and motor supplies. Item F is approval of Resolution 2021-10. It is $599.99 reimbursement to the police telephones. Item G is Resolution 2021-11. It is $49.99 reimbursement from the fire telephone, or to the fire telephone. And approval of Resolution 2021-12 is $49.99 reimbursement to the City Hall telephone. So we have a motion to approve items E through H.
So
Motion.
We have a motion and a second. Roll call vote.
Councilwoman Phillips,
Yes.
Councilman Robb,
Yes.
Councilman Gray,
Yes.
Councilman Nutty,
Yes.
Councilman Warner,
Yes.
Councilwoman Barrett.
Yes.
Thank you. Move on down to department reports. Clint?
Good evening.
Good evening.
Everyone should have a copy of my monthly report with our mileage and our calls on it. Kind of in the summary section. If anybody looked, the overtime that was paid in January was fairly large. 90%, I'd say, of that was actually overtime that occurred in December, just the way the pay periods fell. And if you remember, end of December is when I lost basically an entire shift out with COVID, plus vacations, plus some other staffing issues that we had. So December was just a bad month all the way around for that. We did receive the IPEP grant, and I have 2 new stair chairs that are ordered. Have not got an ETA on those yet, but hoping it's fairly soon. With the help of Jolisa, we have applied for the AFG grant. I believe that was Thursday. I believe she clicked the button and submitted it. So got our fingers crossed for that. Also on the second page of the report, you should see something that came in, I believe, through the police department's Facebook page through their messenger, and talks about it was a call. I'm at an extended care facility that you can see there that EMS and fire responded on, and how they were appreciative. This kind of find out, I think, I'm not sure if it says it in this or not, but the patient had been with them a long time, and in those facilities, they're kind of like family. So the fact that kind of everybody rallied behind the staff at the facility and provided some comfort, and talk to them, and ask them questions about the patient, not just medically, but about them. Tell us a little bit about Joe or whatever. That it really went a long way. So you have a copy of that as well. You also should have my 2020 year-end report. That should be in a red binder. There's a lot of information in that. Some of it you might find useful, some of it you may not. There's some of it I have to compile for other reports on a state level. So I just included in that. I've got it, so I might as well include it. And, if you are so inclined to like a particular sort of facts, then it's in there. So if anybody has any questions over that at any point in time, my numbers, my email, everything is on the front cover page. Reach out to me. I'll go through it page by page with you if you would like. I just know there's a lot in there, and a lot more than we can get into on a meeting. For about the third or fourth year in a row, I've done these for several years. That everybody always says, "Oh, you're busy on the weekends." Our busiest day statistically is Tuesday, and has been for quite a while. So it's kind of weird that everybody always thinks, "Oh, it's the weekend," Nope, it's Tuesday. I don't know why, but it is. So, does anybody have any questions?
Good report, Clint.
Yeah,
We do appreciate that. Appreciate that
Good job.
information. Thank you.
If not, that's all I have.
I guess it's my turn. What do I do?
Yeah.
Can everyone hear me?
Yep.
Yes,
Yep.
yes.
I can't hear the mayor at all for some reason.
Now can you?
Yes.
It would help if I unmuted myself. Sorry.
Well, I was waiting for you to say that it was my turn, and I was just going to go anyway. So
I did. No one said anything. Sorry.
it's okay.
Fire Chief Scott, go ahead.
Good evening, everyone. Everyone should have copies of my reports. Is there any questions just over the run report, the monthly run report? We'll move on to, if not, we'll move on to the overtime. The overtime for January was high once again, but like Clint said, I was in the same boat that he was. 3/4 of that was from actually the last 2 weeks of December, when we had sick leaves on top of vacations, peak vacation season. So 3/4 of that was from the previous year. So if you take that away, then we would have been right in line with what we would have had back in 2019, or last year. I'm sorry, last year for January. That actually says 2019. That should say 2020. So it was a high month, but the majority of it was from December. Any questions on the overtime report? A few other things I have going on. We did finally get our new reporting software going February 1st. We started using the actual reporting module where we do our actual run reports. There's several modules that I got with that software, but we did start using that. I really like it. I think the guys like it for the most part. It's an adjustment, but it always is when you change some things. But the run reports in the future will probably look a little bit different because that software gives me the ability to create some really neat reports. So I'm looking forward to doing that also. Training, the assistant chief's still doing a really good job with our training, training the new guy. I got one guy that's finishing up EMT school, should be taking his test. I'm getting ready to send another guy to EMT school here in the near future. So I did apply for the AFG grant last week. We did get that submitted, and hopefully, fingers crossed, I can get my SCBA's replaced. So that would be really nice. So other than that, that's about all I have.
Thank you, Chief.
Thank you,
Any
Scott.
questions? All right. Thank you.
Who's got?
Brad, utilities and streets.
Howdy.
Hi, Brad.
Hi, Brad.
Before I forget, right out of the gate, I want to tell the guys over at the street department, awesome job. They did a really good job. For the most part, streets are in decent shape considering where we were this time last night. And we've still got areas that we need to hit. And I've got somebody out right now kind of getting a few of those places. So we'll be back in the morning and go at it and improve things a lot, I hope. I want to let everybody know the plan is to pick up trash tomorrow, and I hope that we can do that and run one day behind. So Tuesday we'll pick up Wednesday we'll pick up Thursday, etc. I wanted to tell you a little bit about the annual report. The annual utility report. I told the Board of Works today, one of the things that I noticed was over the last number of years, we went from 48 employees down to 30. And with the person at the office that I hired today, that puts us at 31. So we're trying to hold the numbers down pretty well. A few of the things in the report, we had our first water apprentice in the Alliance of Indiana's Water Apprentice program this year. We completed Memorial Drive, we completed the digester project, the 30th Street water main, and the paint company lift station. So that's $8 million worth of things that we finished this year. Things that have been needed for a long time. We upgraded 4 other lift stations, installed 500 new water meters. We put in the water down at River's Edge, and we switched out from chlorine gas to bleach in the water department, which was something that makes the city a lot safer. So that was just a few of the things I wanted to tell you about. Did anybody have any question about any of the reports for the year or for the monthly reports?
I do want to make mention, Brad, I appreciate your trash toter detective that found our lost toter. It went missing from our home, and he investigated and found it elsewhere, returned it to us. So I just want to appreciate Greg and all he does over there at the street department.
Yep. Greg Lohman, he's our trash toter specialist. So he does a real good job. If one goes missing, he can usually find it in about 15 minutes. So
Yep, that's about right.
anyway, that's all I got. Thank you.
We did have a water main break this morning. They get it back all right.
They did. I think they're still cold. They're still trying to get warmed up from that one this morning.
I can only imagine. That's got to be
No doubt.
miserable.
Wow.
When I drove up there, it was bubbling up pretty good because I can imagine they got soaked. So rough time of year to be fixing water main breaks.
Thanks to
Thank
those
you.
guys too.
Yes, tell them thank you very much. Police Chief Bolos.
Good evening.
Hi, Randy.
Evening.
You have my monthly report. Is there any questions on that? We stay pretty busy, pretty consistent through the month. Any questions on our incident report? If not, then I'm also you guys have probably noticed that my overtime was way up also, and it was due to the same situation with fire and EMS. I too had several guys out on COVID the last couple of weeks of December. I also want to make mention that I'm still one man down. He's in the academy now, but he should have been graduated already. However, all that COVID issue, they've been putting it on hold. So he's in there now. He's on his last 6 weeks, 2 months maybe, I think, left of his academy, and then he'll be out. So just wanted to make mention of that. And also, I in Board of Works meeting, if you guys haven't noticed, there was 3 vehicles in our lot that we were trying to put out on the road, and it should be out, I'd say, in another week or so. And I have asked them permission to get rid of those in the same fashion we did previous with Coon's auction. Clarence made contact with me about a police department, smaller agency. I'm not sure how big they are. He might know, but we're trying to reach out to us and possibly donating a vehicle. I mean, I don't have an issue with that. I just know what kind of issues we have with our vehicle. So if they're willing to take that on, then I wouldn't have an issue with that. Clarence, what do you think?
They sound like they're pretty desperate for a vehicle from what I've read. So
Okay.
I haven't personally talked to them. I was going to leave that up to you. I just wanted to make mention that they were doing a GoFundMe box at their local stores and stuff to try to get another vehicle.
Okay, I'll reach out to them. I'm just going to wait to see what we have out there once we get those other vehicles up and going with the equipment and whatnot. So that's the gist of that. Also, about a year ago, we applied with Homeland Security grants. One was so our officers can do all their work on a laptop in their vehicles. That grant, both grants have finally come through. We're just waiting to get online with IDAX. We did finally get all our laptops in. That grant finally got okayed. So that included through Homeland Security laptops to put in our police vehicles, and also a upgrade to our city hall building with cameras and security fobs. So we're in the process of that. You should notice that that's going to be taking place or completed probably by the end of the week is what Ben from Hillfi is advising me. So any other questions? I got one other thing. As far as reports, if there's anything else you want me to add on to our monthly reports, just get with me. Let me know if there's something that was missing that you want to know about monthly. Get in touch with me. We can add that to it. There won't be any issues with that. Also with our ordinance, if you guys are getting your emails, if that's good enough for you, then that's fine. If you want to add something to that, then we'll be more than happy to add something to that. The busy season of that's coming up, so I'd like to get everything in line with the ordinance stuff. So anything else?
Thank you, Randy.
Thank
Thank you.
John Pausing, Direct TV3.
Hello.
Hey, John.
Hi, John.
Hey, John. Month of January, we had 6 hours, 15 minutes of media production, 27 hours, and 33 minutes of original production. Most of that, of course, was basketballs. We've continued to produce pretty much every girls and boys varsity basketball game for the season and putting those out live. As someone mentioned earlier, I believe it was Dave, that several communities around the area really appreciated us doing that because they haven't been able to send anybody to come watch the games either. The parents really appreciate that. I also sent out the annual report, and hopefully all of you have that. And One of the things I wanted to point out on that is on page 7. That's our YouTube and Facebook information and statistics. Our minutes watched have, well, pretty much everything has more than doubled. But we had over 1 million minutes watched last year on YouTube. Our Facebook reach now, we have 3,070 on local TV3, 3,208 on the city of Connersville. And also the Connersville, Indiana job posting site continues to grow. We now have over 1,500 local members on that. So we can get people hired. Did anybody have any questions?
John, do you maintain the Connersville community website?
Yes, Michael and I are working on that. Have you noticed anything you need changed on there?
Yeah, we'll get together, mention about a couple things that don't know where they should or
Right.
items missing. Just we'll get
Yeah,
together.
Anything anybody notices on that, we're still working out the kinks in that, and we're doing it all on our own as we haven't gotten any help from the creator. So every day we're working just little pieces there. I fixed some things with the clerk's office yesterday a little bit. So if anybody notices anything, give me a call or send me an email and we'll get on that.
Okay.
We'll get together on that, John.
Okay, thanks.
Thank you, John. Catherine with the Parks.
Hi.
Catherine.
Hi, Catherine.
I got my 3 kids and my dog, so I'm going to unmute as short of a time as possible here. Monthly report, I think the big news is moving forward on 2nd Street and River's Edge. I sent you guys out some information from Pros Consulting on that. Did anybody have any questions about what you read or? And then I also sent you our yearly report where we just listed our accomplishments for facilities and programming. I don't know if anybody had any questions about those. Just kind of list what we did last year.
Thank you, Catherine.
Thank you, Catherine.
Okay, let's move on down to old business. Anyone have any old business? If not, we'll move on to miscellaneous. I have a few things, but if someone wants to go first, you're more than welcome.
Well, go ahead, and then if you don't say it, I'll say it.
Okay, I want to start off. First thing is with our Redevelopment Commission. If you hear from your state senators, which you all should get emails from them, you're going to see some concern over the new Senate legislator over TIF areas. We've been meeting with AIM, the Mayor's Roundtable, since last fall over this topic. We don't know what they are trying to accomplish. We just know they want to do some changes, but they won't tell us what it is. One of the things that the major concern that keeps coming up is having a school board member on the Redevelopment Commission, along with having a voting member. Well, we already have a school board member on our Redevelopment Commission, that is Mr. Beard. And the last meeting, we decided to make him a voting member. We took a proactive approach on that because we felt A, it's the right thing to do. And B, we just want to make sure we're staying on the front edge of that because a lot of redevelopment commissions don't even have a school board member on their commission, period. So we wanted to go ahead and be proactive on that so that the school board has a voice. We are looking at some TIF areas potentially. We don't really have a good designated TIF area, so we're kind of researching that right now. But we want to be on the front edge of whatever we do and have the school board's cooperation with that. And that goes a long way with the school board too, having a member on there as well. We are also pushing forward on a comprehensive plan. We've got Klein Peter working on that. I've spoken with the commissioners, the president of the commissioners, and we're putting a team together. We weren't able to apply for the first quarter. So we're hoping, we don't know what's going to happen with the second quarter round. We don't know where the money's going to go, or just with COVID, everything's up in the air. They're pretty confident that the second round money will be there for the second quarter. So we're looking to apply for that. I don't have anything to bring to you as far as spend because we don't know at this point what it's going to be. Once we get that, we'll bring a formal presentation. I just want to let everyone know that we are pushing forward with that. comprehensive plan is very crucial to securing future grants. Without the plan, it's very difficult to get grants, and there's some grants you have to have this done in order to even apply. So we want to move forward on this. We've built a team to get this done. So looking forward to moving forward with a comprehensive plan. I know it's been talked about for many years, and we're pushing forward to getting that done. Lastly is this Friday, we are going to really support Evan Schaefer as a community. What he's accomplished as a wrestler is very, very difficult. And we want to make Spartan this Friday. We are getting some stuff done for City Hall. We're getting I'll just leave that as a surprise. But we're getting some stuff done for City Hall. John and I is going to make a video, put a 2-minute with the mayor up. But I want to encourage the entire community to wear your Spartan Pride Friday, support Evan and his efforts. If he wins Friday, that means he's going Saturday for 3 matches, which in the world of wrestling, man, that's tough. I don't know if anyone's ever wrestled, but I used to wrestle, and it wears you out. It's hard on your body. So we just really want to support Evan and his efforts. He's doing a fantastic job. He is 37-0. That in itself is an accomplishment. So let's really support Evan. Let's make Spartan Friday a big Spartan Friday. I'm hoping all of our businesses will support and put some stuff in their windows and just really show Evan our support for him. So get your Spartan gear out and let's wear it Friday. So was that yours, Diana?
Yes, yes. Very well said. I have nothing to add. That was it.
Okay. Well, thank you. And let's go around trying to get our businesses to really show their pride. And let's just everywhere in a town or city, get people to show their Spartan pride and let's get a lot of red and white out there for him. Big deal.
Chad,
Yes.
do you know what business has some Spartan flyers for them to put in the windows?
I know that Paper Moon Design is making some stuff. I'm sure all the print shops have regular Spartan logo. I know Joey's got some. The trophy shop. There's Spartan gear. Used to be a lot of Spartan gear and stuff at like CVS and Walmart. I don't know where they're at with that right now.
Yeah, I believe so.
I think they still have some, but they got flags, they got banners, but we're getting some made for City Hall. So, and so I'll be excited. I know that his mom had something on Facebook about some T-shirts they were selling. Those are really neat. So get on Facebook, you might be able to see where she's getting those and get those ordered. So, it's a big deal. So let's really support Evan. It's a really big deal.
Good. I think it's good to do that. Not to take anything away from basketball or football, but we're always on there to promote those. And sometimes some of the other sports get left behind. But like you said, my nephews have wrestled, and that's quite an accomplishment. So
is there any other miscellaneous business? If not, I'll entertain a motion for adjournment.
so moved.
Second.
We have a motion, a second. Roll call vote, please.
Councilwoman Phillips,
Yes.
Councilman Rob,
Yes.
Councilman Gray,
Yes.
Councilman Nettie,
Yes.
Councilman Warner,
Yes.
Councilwoman Barrett.
Yes.
Thank you. Have a wonderful evening and go Evan.
That's right. Be safe, everyone. Stay warm.